After longtime City Commissioner Amos Newsome beat out political newcomer Lamesa Danzey in yesterday's city election, some people are starting to question some of Newsome's votes. An overwhelming amount of his supporters voted absentee. Today, we obtained the list of people who applied for those absentee ballots, and Bonita Jackson's name was on that list. She lives at 610 Virginia Drive, but an absentee ballot was mailed to a home at 313 Jeff Street. But Bonita hasn't lived there in years, but she says those on Newsome's campaign team still encouraged her to fill out an absentee ballot application.
I did this 2 weeks ago, and she, called me every day up to last Thursday saying that, she checked because she thought that it will come to 313 Jeff Street, but no, she assured me that it was coming to 610 Virginia Drive.
But Bonita never received her absentee ballot, leading her to believe someone voted for her.
It really was upsetting because I did an absentee ballot for the fact that I wanted to vote, and I knew that I was going to be out of town. So that's the reason why, I did the absentee ballot, but I never received it. So I didn't get a chance to vote at all.
The person who actually lives at 313 Jeff Street also had concerns of her own.
It kind of shocked me just to know that someone used this address and used up on the false pretense, trying to do phoniness with the voting today.
But that's not all. The hundreds of people who were mailed absentee ballots may not have been eligible to vote absentee. A woman living here on South Range says she voted absentee simply because she didn't want to go to the polls. But according to Alabama's guidelines, a person who wants to vote absentee must meet a few qualifications. That person must either be absent from the county on election day, ill or physically disabled. That person would have to be living outside the county for college or serving in the armed services. Election officials and those working a 10-hour shift during polling hours would also qualify. This woman didn't meet any of those requirements.
They can walk. They're in their right mind. They could have gone to the polls and voted. So they don't qualify to vote absentee. They're not eligible based on the Alabama guidelines of absentee voting.
Former District 2 Commission candidate Jimmy Watford ran against Newsome 2 years ago. Absentee ballots were also questioned then.
It has to be more than just they send in an application. If they're signing off that I'm going to be out of the state, or I'm in college, or I'm in the military, or I'm going to be at work, there should be, if they work, there should be a list of their work schedule showing that they were at work.
Watford says he supports absentee voting as long as those who are voting are eligible to do so. And because Lamesa Danzey believes so many people were not, she's challenging yesterday's vote and could take the matter to a circuit court. In Dothan, Janice Price, WDHN News.
Some of the eyesores that bring our neighborhood down. And because I got tired of looking at it, that's something as a community we have to care about because I run and walk that street just about every day, and I got tired.